What's up guys, Shouri here, and today we're going to talk about Apex Legends and the new direction of the channel. How things are going to work, how I'm going to make videos and how often, and what my plans are for streams and all that good stuff should be covered under this, while me and Annie have our gameplay of the first few dozen games that we played. These are just some clips from those. I hope this video tells you guys everything you need to know, but if you have questions, as always, just ask and I'll answer. My next few videos will be more about different things like button layouts and the settings, because they're unbelievably confusing if you don't understand it. So I'm going to help you guys out and tell you what's important, what you can ignore, and kind of simplify things a little, because when you go to edit your buttons, your entire screen fills up with things that literally don't matter, and it makes it seem very confusing. But as you can see on my screen, you don't really have that many buttons. And I will go over all of this in a video that probably won't be my next one, but will be the one after that. So my plan, guys, is to do daily videos still, but in order to do that and make the videos I'm going to make, I think what I'm going to do is have videos that are basically a good game or something funny that happened in a game, and then that'll be one day's video, and then the next day will be a tutorial for a character or showing button layouts and other things like that, because those take a significantly longer amount of time to make, and I can make these kinds of videos a lot quicker. So it will most likely be one day of a video where I have a gameplay and I show you guys something cool that happened and explain why it's good and why you should do it, or something just really crazy happened that I think's neat and worth sharing, and I'll have my commentary over it. And then the next day we will do detailed tutorial stuff, whether it be characters, whether it be different classes of weapons. There is so much in this game that we can make that last for a pretty long time. I will also be doing streams of Apex Legends. We'll see how we'll fit that in there, but that's really the kind of schedule I'd like to stick to, because like I said, it's going to be really hard for me to make these kind of videos every day if I do just tutorial videos, so it will have to be like one gameplay and then the next day a tutorial. And for button layout, I am going to be going over iPad tomorrow. I am going to see what I can do about also having phone on that same video. If it's not, then I'll make a separate phone video for the next day. I won't have different types of videos in between those, but that's just because, like, if they're radically different, then I'm going to have to make two separate videos for it, and then I guess I'll just do those back to back. So either way, in the next 2 days, we will have an iPad and phone controls video, how you can set up your layouts and loadouts and everything, and the fact that they give you 3 different versions to try, and you can save and then switch between them. This works for settings and the buttons themselves, whether it be the size or which ones you decide to have on your screen, or even if you want them to show up the way mine do, or if you want them to be translucent to where you know where they are on the screen, but you can barely see them, which is what you should be doing, because you can see through them and you can have better field of view to see the people that you're going to be fighting. As you can tell, I am very new at the game, and I am very bad at shotguns. Well, I'm not now, but when I did that, I was not very good at it. And luckily, I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I can tell you guys what it was. It was scoping, and then I was also trying to play like I do in COD, and this game is not COD, so it is going to take adjustments for people switching from COD, because the game just doesn't play the exact same, and our brains are weird, so muscle memory can kind of bleed over and then it just doesn't work. But over time, I have been able to go ahead and reach Diamond this week, and we are doing pretty good. That's at 6100 rating, and then I think it goes to 7000 at Master. So we're doing pretty good to hit Master by the end of the month, and we'll just see what happens there. Either way, that stuff doesn't really matter. It's just all about having fun. And I really have been having fun with this game. That's why in about a week we've already gotten to where we did playing solo, which was really hard and took way longer than it should have. After you get to gold or platinum, you really want to be playing with at least one person that you know instead of going in solo, because especially when you hit like platinum to diamond, the only people going in solo are the kind of people who are going to make you die first. And if you die first, you can lose like 70 points. And if you win the whole thing and come in first, you may not get that. And as you can see here, it's not always your fault, because sometimes you'll drop down and you'll get a weapon and the people around you don't, and you can completely squad wipe them, and they have really no way to fight you back other than melee you to death, which you have a gun. And honestly, you can still melee him to death, so you gotta be careful even if you have a gun to make sure that you back up and don't let this happen to you. And if you don't have a gun, don't just let him shoot you to death. Run at him and use what your firing button would be, and it should be a fist. And to be clear, this is in the beginning. This is not the same at the later stages. You'll kind of want to run away because they're going to kill you. But what you can do is after you knock people down, you can do what's called a finisher move. In like the right side of your screen, a big X with like a skull in it will come up, and it'll kill them, and it'll charge your shields. As you can see in the bottom, it says that the amount of damage I need to do to upgrade my shields. The way you upgrade shields in this is either find already upgraded shields, or do damage to get the next level. And by doing enough damage over time, you will have more armor than other players, and this incentivizes you guys to not just stay inside of a house and actually go out there and just kill people, so you can have better armor at the end, and it'll give you an advantage, and so you can't really win just by sitting in a house. But if your two teammates do die, and especially if you're ranking solo like I did, you are going to have to sit in a house if you want to get points. And you can come in second very easily, but you're not going to beat a squad of 3 people, or even 2 people, when they have better armor than you. But as you can see, my armor just upgraded, and it has a new thing of armor. Each time it upgrades, it gives you a new segment, and it increases. And those little blue things are your shield regenerators. They are all over the map and really easy to get, so you will have them pretty much at all times. I mean, if you use a lot of them, you'll run out, but you can always go get more. And this giant shield is what is called the Dome, from a character called Gibraltar. That is what I am playing on currently, and the guy I just killed. And Bombardment, which is his ability, is what you see in front of you. It rains down missiles on an area, and as you can see, I just got some kills from it. It also told me there was a guy back there, so I go ahead and throw some grenades to try to get him to come out. And I thought he was dead, but then when we went back there, we just realized that he somehow got away. So each legend has different abilities. This guy's ability is to throw a dome shield over an area, and no bullets can pass the walls, and it'll just be up for a little while. That way you can throw it over your teammate that's on the ground and you can revive them, or you can just throw it over yourselves if somebody's trying to snipe you, and then you can run into a building where you have cover after your shield expires. And this guy also gets like a gun shield, so when he scopes his gun, it'll give him a shield that people shoot that they have to break before they can kill you. I personally prefer to play these support type characters because it helps the team a lot more, and most people would rather just go kill people. And I mean, someone's got to do the dirty work. So I'm more than happy to, and I think it's fun. So I usually play support characters that tell you and your team where people are, or they do what this guy does and make sure that you can re-res your teammates and go ahead and keep them safe when like multiple teams attack you at once and other things like that. So it's a really good character to have, and I really enjoy playing them. And if you tried one character and didn't enjoy it, you might like some of the others. I will, over time, do guides on different characters and show you what they do and kind of just give you an idea of what characters you might like. A lot of that will probably be done on stream before I make those videos and kind of show you what the characters do that way. And that's just a faster and easier way to do it, but it's just harder to search in YouTube. So watch the streams. If you have any questions, just say, hey, what's this guy do? And I'll play with him and show you. That's pretty much going to be the easiest way to get it done before I can make the video. And that goes for weapons, for characters, for anything, because I can only make so many videos at a time, but I can always take a request and just show you in the next game. So if you have any questions and you don't feel like waiting for a video, just ask me when my next stream is in any of my videos and any comment, and I usually reply like every 24 hours to all the comments, so I'll get back to you and let you know. But I'm gonna have to be playing this game a lot to end up making these videos and actually knowing the things to say for some of the character tutorials and things like that. So I'm gonna be playing a lot, like I said, and I might as well stream some of it. So we will be having some regular streams, especially early on, because I'm gonna need to catch up to the people who played during the beta and the people who just know a lot about Apex Legends. But for Apex Legends Mobile, I've had a lot of fun, and I think this is going to definitely be something I enjoy making content for, and I do want to hopefully make it easier for those that want to switch from Guns of Boom to Apex, be able to do it, because I know it can be very confusing looking, especially going from that game to this one, because there's so much more options and settings that's really nice in a way, but it's super overwhelming. Luckily, it's not all that important. It just, you need to know what is and isn't, and I do know what those things are, so that will be a video. And we're probably going to have to do an iPad one, and then the next day a phone one. Now that I'm looking at it, that's probably going to have to happen. Since I already have the tablet one started, it gets to go first. Sorry, phone users, I know that's most of you, so I would let you go first, but I've already worked on one of them, and I'm going to need time to work on the next one. But I will be doing these videos back to back with no like random video in between, so don't worry, it will be in the next 2 days, both of them are uploaded. But please know that I don't know everything about Apex Legends yet, so some of these things may change, and if that is the fact, I will change them in the future and let everyone know, and just make new videos and delete the old ones for that. So yeah, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. I'm not necessarily going to tell you guys to use the same exact button layout as me, because I scope and shoot with different buttons, and I don't use a button that can do both at the same time. That's going to be really not fun for most people, and it's unnecessary also. It gives me slightly more control, but like not that much more control. But I do like to be the best at the things I do, so I'm gonna go for the things that are much harder, even for very little gain. And luckily for me, Apex has a lot of those at the very highest rating. And luckily for everyone else who doesn't want to be a moron that just has no friends, the lower leagues don't have anything to do with that at all. Another thing, in this game, pistols aren't bad. So, like, if you ever see a pistol and think, I don't want to pick that up, you might be wrong, because these pistols in this game are a lot stronger than in the game we came from. So just go ahead, pick it up, and you can always replace it later when you get something like an AR. It's not the best thing in the world, but it can get the job done, and it can really kill people in like 3-4 shots if you get some headshots. So if you see a pistol when you drop down, go ahead, pick it up, and you can kill somebody before they even get out to get a weapon themselves. Another thing called an accelerator, which is like a pistol machine gun, which is also a pretty good gun. So I'm going to go over all of the guns and all of the legends in a stream. I'm not exactly sure the date of that stream yet, but I'll definitely let you know in my videos when it's going to happen. And then it's going to basically just be a really nice way to be introduced to everything. So if you have any questions or anything, I'll answer it in that stream as well. And hopefully anyone else who wants to know all these things can kind of have that to go to and be like, okay, this is all the basic information I need about Apex. So, yeah, we'll do that sometime in the next week probably. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know anything you would like to have put in that stream so I can know what I need to learn if I haven't learned it yet. So, yeah. I think this is going to be fun, guys. It's definitely a good switch from what we're used to. And for those of you who have stayed even though you're not playing the game, I really appreciate it. Those of you who have quit and watched this all the way to here and you're just not going to watch videos after this one, I appreciate all you've done so far, and that's completely fine. I don't blame anyone for not watching videos about a game they don't play. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that is going to decide to stop watching my stuff forward. It's all good, man. Like, I appreciate all you've done.
Reloading.
And everything we've done. And I'm really
Sending out my decoy.
Chapter, and we're going to move on to something better.
My ultimate's ready. Whoa, they just...
Enemy! The All-Father blesses me with sight of enemies and their traps.
Alright guys, thank you so much for supporters and channel members. If you are one of those people,
Making contact here. Opening fire.
Reloading.
as a channel member in
Scanning the area.
Placing gas
your
trap.
money back.
Scanning
Just
the
let me
area.
know and I'll PayPal it to you. You can just send it to me on Discord.
When I call upon nature's strength, I move swiftly and see each slumber sends
Placing gas trap.
Because if you thought
Noxious
that was
gas
gonna
deployed.
that's why you did
Reloading.
it. That's completely understandable. And since I didn't
Subjects. Firing on subjects.
it's not fair to you guys, so I'm more than happy to get that back. So just let me know. And yeah. Well, like I said, I really appreciate you anyways. Alright. Thanks guys. See ya.